Happy spring, Gemini. Welcome to your March 2022 astrological forecast. So, let me see here. So, the sun is in Pisces in your 10th house of your public life, your professional and personal reputation, how you're known publicly, right? How people see you and speak about you publicly. This is like your career, more or less, okay? But it is also your personal status, though, like within your community or your group of friends or whatever. Jupiter is here, okay? Usually when Jupiter is transiting in your 10th house is when you have some kind of promotion or recognition, even if you don't work at all, some kind of public honor or honorable mention, even something like that, but it ups your status in some way or other. Sometimes it just puts you in contact with like famous people or celebrities or something or other, okay? So you also have Neptune transiting here at the same time, along with the Sun in Pisces up until the 20th, and Mercury moves here on the 9th and is moving very, very fast this month because it moves right into Aries, on the 27th. But there's also a new moon here on the 2nd, like right away, okay, as the month begins. You have, this area of your life kind of like lit up in a way. Okay, having the sun here does that, period. So if you were trying to get attention, from the public or anyone. If you do work for someone else, if you were trying to get a higher up's attention, or, if you're self-employed, this would be like the best time to approach really prestigious kind of clients, that you would like to have as your own, or whatever, something or other. You have to make sure, you have Neptune traveling here too. That makes things a little bit cloudy in a way. Makes you, the combination of these two planets together, I always say, brings about like a very spiritual kind of selfless outlook at this time, okay? You could even be associated with some kind of organization that is just that, a charitable organization, or you could be gathering possibly people together to create a new one, something like that. But you could also really, if you are after any kind of position as far as professional goes, or even personal, because Mars will be moving here soon enough, so that'll make you a little bit more competitive as far as a job goes or position goes. You could be, make sure that you represent yourself clearly and truthfully, okay? Because you could be going on and on about all these fantastic feats that you're able to do, or knowledge that you have, that you've gained through experience or actual, traditional schooling, you actually attended school for whatever, you just make sure everything on your resume is accurate and truthful, and make sure anything that you're promising people at this time you're really able to do. Okay, that's all I can say about that. Now, having Mercury here, again from the 9th on, does make people really talk about you in a way. Okay, so if you were trying to get anyone's attention, that you are, that's, I'm sure it's good attention, but that's just, hope that, you keep it that way. So this new moon on the 2nd, though, could be the beginning of a new position, or a new association with someone who's pretty prestigious, okay? Now, Venus and Mars are still traveling together, only now they're moving into Aquarius on the 6th, okay? Just for up until that point, up until the 5th, they're still in your 8th house in Capricorn, okay? So you're still benefiting there in some way or other as far as other people's money and resources go, okay? So Saturn is also, transiting in Aquarius in your ninth house. And Mercury is here up and just like till the 8th, until it moves into Pisces on the 9th. So you still have like a lot of planets going on in your ninth house, but now you got ones that are kind of fun. You know, Venus and Mars together, especially in the ninth house of like long distance travel and communications and foreign travel. Okay. This is social media, and it's also media and publishing. You know, having Saturn here, I would have to say that maybe you've taken up some kind of new class, or you are learning something, even if it's on your own, just from watching videos, let's say like on YouTube, or you're learning from someone else as like an apprentice. They're showing you how to do something. It could actually be like for an interest that you have, but it could also be that you're learning this thing to enhance yourself for a better position as far as your career goes. Okay, so this is the house of adventure. Okay, having Mars here really makes you a little bit more enthusiastic, and maybe even a little bit aggressive or energetic. We'll say energetic in you know, getting something like that started. You know, having Saturn here makes you stick to the tried and true and maybe kind of boring, you know, subjects, or do things that may seem tedious and not fun at all in a house that's pretty much, again, like fun, you know, in a way, because it is a big house of exploration. Okay, so at this time, you know, if you, let's say, this being the love planets, if you were having a long distance romance with someone, it would really heat up at this time. Maybe you are traveling to see them or visit them, or they're coming to see you. You're making some kind of arrangements for something like that. This is also the house of legal matters. Again, having Saturn here, you could be, you know, in the middle of, or have like since Saturn moved into this area, maybe you started like a legal process of some kind. And you know, Venus and Mars here just gives it a little bit of energy to move forward. You know, maybe it was stalled. Usually that's what happens when Saturn is here. When it comes to a legal matter, just drags it out. You know, and especially like if you're suing somebody, they'll just, you know, appeal, or they'll, you know, whatever. They'll do anything to extend or drag the case out, because they're waiting for you to just give up, okay, which you're not going to do, especially with these planets here, this Venus and Mars here, because it just brings a breath of fresh air into whatever it is that you were doing here, okay? Now, this, again, there's a new moon on the 2nd in your 10th house, but there's also a full moon on the 18th in Virgo in your 4th house. It's directly across from your 10th house. And your 4th house is your house of, like, your home, your family, but it's where you actually physically live, and the people you live with. Okay, it's property surrounding wherever it is that you live, your home. But it's also your personal life and your past, okay? And usually what this is a lot of times, you know, you're very busy right now with the sun in your 10th house. You're, you know, after you're chasing a position, or you're after some kind of recognition or status of some kind. And around that full moon, what happens usually is something occurs in your personal life, or your family, or your home life, where you have to stop whatever it is that you're doing and take care of whatever is going on at home, which is actually far more important than any job or career, whatever, anyways, right? So it's just something around like that. It could also be, though, a family member just like opposing your, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, okay, as far as your status or career goes, okay? So the sun moves into Aries on the 20th, and Mercury moves here on the 27th, and where you have Aries in your chart is your 11th house of friends and associates and sociability. It's social media. It's where you would normally go to hang out. It's any kind of organization that you belong to. and it's the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So you could be really networking an awful lot, like once the sun moves here, and especially when Mercury moves here. Okay, meeting people, trying to get out there in person, almost acting like a politician where you're going out and shaking everyone's hand and kissing babies and stuff. I don't know. Whatever, but you're pretty visible right now with planets in your 10th house. And then when the sun moves to your 11th house, you're going after a goal of some kind. But a lot of times the way to get to that goal is by meeting people that can help you get there. Okay, so this could be one of those times that you do that. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Gemini on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Sagittarius, and those dates are the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, 29th, and 30th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, and 28th. So I'd like to thank my subscribers for your continued support and commenting and liking and sharing this video. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, please subscribe and like and share it. And also check out the description box below where you'll find a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for people who only want to know like maybe one or two things about their chart. And there's also a link there to my website if you would like to have any kind of astrological services done. Okay? And check out my weekly forecast. So I will see you next week. Goodbye.